In order to set up the private space on Google Pixel 10, first of all, we need to open Settings. Now, in Settings, we're gonna go to over here to Security and Privacy, and afterwards, you should be able to find Private Space. Over here, we need to verify ourselves by using the screen lock password or biometrics, and then just press Setup. And now we need to wait a couple of seconds to let the phone create the private space. And then afterwards, you can assign into a Google account in order to use it just in the private space. If you want, of course, we can just press do it later. But of course, if you use a Google account, then you can use the Play Store in the private space as well. So in my case, I'm just gonna press got it and let me just quickly sign in. Once you sign in, you can choose that you will be using this device, and let's proceed. And then over here, we need to agree to Google Terms of Service. Now let's wait a couple of seconds. And then we can choose a password for the private space. We can either create a new password for the private space, or you can use the same password as you use for screen lock. So in my case, I'm gonna actually set up a new password, but first I need to enter the current screen lock password in order to proceed. And then you can choose one of these password types in order to choose which one you want to use. And of course, all of these three options include a fingerprint. In my case, I actually don't want to use the fingerprint unlock for the private space, so I can choose that option below in order to once again choose the password type, but this time without the fingerprint. So let's say I'm gonna set up a simple PIN code. There we go. And let's confirm. We need to enter it twice, of course, our password that is. And once we enter the password, after a few seconds, we should be all set, so we can press done. And you can scroll down in the app drawer in order to find your private space. In order to unlock it, you need to tap on this lock icon on the right side, enter the password to your private space, and there we go. Here is our private space. Now we can install apps from the Play Store. Of course, this Play Store is used within the private space, so even if you don't have a certain app installed on your Google Pixel 10, you can just install it in the private space, and it can be in the private space only used, if you, of course, wish that. And that's pretty much it. Remember to also check out settings. So over here, once you unlock the access to the private space, you can tap on the setting icon in order to find some, well, just a couple of options, but they can be quite useful when you want to, for example, change the password, or if you want to add a fingerprint, etc. Thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe.